if the bill passes as is, I will have to stop paying any tax refunds, period. For 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, because of that provision that takes 50% of business privilege taxes and puts it somewhere in the netherworld in a bank account, and I can't touch it.
Lawmakers have been discussing a version of the budget bill that does not include the governor's tax refund bond. It's a bond the governor says is needed to pay out all prior year's tax refunds. Today, the governor's fiscal team gave a presentation saying that GovGuam is currently only paying out roughly $400,000 a week in tax refunds. The governor's fiscal team want to take advantage of the low interest rates in the market right now, and they hope to get a bond at 5.5% interest. Senator Pangilinan has instead proposed pledging half of GovGuam's GRTs to paying out tax refunds, something the governor refers to as a lockbox provision.
And by the way, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem moving forward with a lockbox for the future. I have a problem now because the way this lockbox works, it will eliminate the ability, two things. It'll eliminate the ability for us to borrow on the full amount that we could as a result of the commitment to the business privilege tax, correct?
That's correct.
And then number two, how do you have a lockbox for the future when I know every day, every tax refund check is not about the future or even about the now, it's about the past.
Lawmakers weren't at the governor's presentation. Instead, they've been in meetings all day trying to find a compromise. This afternoon, Senator Ben Pangilinan introduced an amendment that would set aside 2% of GRT to pay for tax refunds going forward. But Republicans still want to discuss the bond.
This body deserves to hear from the administration on that point. And so, Mr. Chair, along those lines, I'd like to move to be able to bring administration officials in to be able to discuss that.
The amendment I prepared to and intend to introduce will be the governor's bond borrowing measure that was originally in this legislation when it was submitted and debated.
Republicans weren't able to move anything during this section of the bill because their motions were deemed non-germane. Instead, Senator Ben Pangilinan introduced an amendment of his own that would authorize the governor to borrow only $180 million in the bond market to pay out tax refunds.